In the Zoom, you definitely will see little darker shades today on the stage with respect to lighting, because we do not have a professional setup right now, because this was expressly hosted and thought event. And we are using Lenovo Full HD camera. It's just that before, I know people will tend to give feedbacks post in the survey saying video was not clear. And also, I wanted to give a disclaimer because we have not gotten any professional AV setup. It's just a small, tiny web camera which you generally use it on your desk, right? But the clarity is good. I think you can at least see me. Content, because we are sharing the screen through Zoom, you should have a high quality screen share session. So you will definitely not miss any content from Bangalore. I assure you that. So today we have a speakers. Now, what's so special about today's event is generally when we host an event, either you have an Atlassian here or you have a vendor who comes and speaks on the stage. So today, this is 100% community-driven event. So a big round of applause for whoever has stepped forward today to be the speakers in the community. Now, that's a true community, right? It shouldn't be always, somebody comes and sponsors and, does their talk and goes. It's also about it's also about ourselves. It's a team. So when I just added a note in the WhatsApp, within 15-20 minutes, someone comes to me and says, hey, I want to present. That's a great news. And then there was one more slot. I thought of at least calling fellow Atlassians here, but then even that slot got filled, right? So that gives me assurance that, yes, this community is for the people and by the people. And so what is the whole intent of this community? Right? We want to learn, and that's how we have been learning. That's the whole intention. There's no marketing. You don't see booths, you don't see brandings and all that about the product, right? It's all about community. Even there you see community, here you see community, right? Of course, Atlassian is a product company, and they want a lot of community people helping each other, solving problems, right? That's how. Why do you think Java became a very popular language? Anybody in the room? Community, right? So Oracle, community, Salesforce, community. That is what basically gives you that wing, for any product to be successful. Okay. I think with that, I want to quickly start today's agenda. Arvind, next slide, please. So we'll have a quick introduction to our community, and then we'll have advanced Jira reporting and dashboards. So from the community member, and then we have Jira and Trello integration, and then we'll have a quick group photo, and we'll have networking and social time. Post 12:30, we'll break out for a lunch downstairs. So again, don't lose our badge or the title, right? We are the largest community in the APAC region as of now, right? We have 2,990 members. So big round of applause again. And we're growing. So that's again, part of community. And we have 3 co-leaders in the community. Vishnu is not here, unfortunately, due to personal reasons. Then we have Nagaraj. He is late, but he might be here any moment. And then it's me, Girish. So we run a Bangalore WhatsApp group. Again, I see there's a lot of noise these days. People are asking how-to questions, which I tend to remain silent sometimes. Even all the community, most of the community people have gone silent. It's not, we don't want to respond. The intent of the community was, the WhatsApp group was very different. We wanted it to be used as SOS. So can I rename that to SOS community group? Probably yes, but I didn't want it to, right? Because there are some updates, those things I wanted to reach out to people. That's why we have this group. But I see, how do I run a filter? I'm not able to save the filter. I'm not able to get this column in the filter. So please go to community.atlassian.com and raise your questions there, right? There are a lot more intellect people in the community who can answer those questions, and you also get points for that, right? Asking questions, solving questions. So this is just for emergency only. Let me reiterate that. Okay. And when you send, please mention your name, first name, last name, your phone number, and your company number, because we need that to add you to the group, right? We don't want spammers. Okay. So with that, I want to welcome Venkateshwar Rao, who is from AMI Technologies, for the session, Jira and Trello integration. Guys, at least we can cheer him up, right, for the initiative what he has come through. And this is a homely event. Don't expect music in the background and all that. So give us some time to switch the presenter mode and all that. So excuse the technical glitches.
Can hide that as you can hide that. Hmm. That is also fine. Yes, fine.
Go with standard, right?
So we can hide this one. No?
Participant, I'm not able to see the.
Right side, you can see. System you can see right side.
No, resolution challenge.
Able to see.
So I think today is Sunday, so many people are on it. So today I'm going to discuss about Trello. It is also attraction product. Okay, many of you know Trello, right? Anyone know the Trello? No, no. You are in any company, in your company using Trello or not? Some people are some companies are using Trello, right? So today we're going to topic. So I want to introduce myself. Okay, myself Venkateswar Rao. I'm working as a manager in AI technologies. So we call it as Trello. So I have 26 years of experience in Atlassian products. Okay, in our relations, we are using Atlassian products like software, software and confidence and Trello. So today I'm going to discuss about one important topic, and we can enjoy this topic also by seeing the demo at last. Okay. So Trello is the attraction product. So we can see Jira, Trello, and Confluence, the attraction products. We can see Bitbucket everything, right? So Trello is also one attraction product. Okay. So many of you have got something like Alibaba is there, so you can use Trello. So because it is a simple tool, so anyone can use to create projects or any task. So if I want to next slide, so Trello is some visual tool that can empower your team. So how your team wants to create projects or tasks. So this is the best tool. They need of stories anything. So they know the tracking also. Okay. And we can see add files, checklist, and we can customize automations. So actually, the last I done plans. Okay. So it is in a premium mode. I'm explaining in a premium version. Okay. Trello makes it easier for the teams to manage project and task. So how we can discuss the demo is there. In demo, you can understand clearly. Okay. So Trello tell you what we work on. Okay, and what are the stages the work is in? And doing one work, and doing is working in that task. You can see all this in Trello. Okay, maybe I'm fast, right? Yes, okay. Okay, thank you. Other benefits. So for every product, we need some benefits, right? So benefits of Trello. So Trello can follow the Kanban goals. Okay, which is the popular methodologies that for the lean management. So in order to save the time, in order to reduce the time, so we can use Trello. You can mobile friendly. Like Jira, you can install Trello in mobile app. Okay. All project items can be seen on one page. What the work is doing, we can see in one page. In Jira, we can see in different in the dashboards, we can see, right? Like this, in Trello, we can see all the data in the one page. Okay. By adding more members, okay, or issues, or you can assign the issues to the members easily. Okay. And we can go for is better than Trello. So the answer is both are better because based on the requirement. So you can see. So when you go to submit wide range of things, then we can use Trello is the better one. So if I want to use for tool for structure, okay, for doing some agile methodologies, but for that we can use Jira. So Trello and Jira, both are the attractive projects that can be designed for agile methodologies. So we are using Kanban, in Jira we use Kanban and Scrums. Then we can say the difference between Trello and Jira. So Trello is suitable for the small startup companies. Okay, or mid-sized companies because in the company they don't need a tracking, okay, and also they don't need a reporting. Okay, in large companies, what we can do, they can use Jira for tracking, like for tracking the projects, for tracking the tasks. So it is used for the mid-sized companies to the large organizations. Okay, because in Jira we can see the data enhancement, right? In Trello we can't see data because it is only for a simple user friendly. Okay. Then you can see the demo. First of all, show the screenshots. So how the Jira Trello users where we can see the Trello in Jira software. Okay. So I think all of you know Jira, right? Before Jira software, you can see nine dots, right? So in nine dots, we can see Jira software, and organization, confidence, market, everything. So if any of you are not able to see this, then we can do attraction body with the last. Then we can see attraction bodies. Okay, then we can click on Trello, Trello. Okay, once you click on Trello, the board looks like this. Okay, it looks like it show roads, templates, collections, and billing. Okay, and settings. Okay. So this can be seen in Lenovo. So in order to create any projects, what we do, we can't do the projects. Okay, this task in the company management. Like in Lenovo, we can see we can create the boards or workspaces. Okay, so by getting workspace, it will ask whether it is private, public, or workspace. Okay, workspace means so whatever the workspace and admins can able to edit. See and edit. In order to keep private, what we can do, what number of members can be able to see and can edit the code. If the public means anyone on the internet can able to see, but we can't edit. Okay. So we click on Trello, we can see like this. Okay, we can see a list, we can see the parts. Okay, we can see tables, we can see the list also. And then we can integrate with Buddha. Okay, sorry. So I gave some sample view. Okay, before going for integration, so in order to integrate two applications, what we can do, we can authorize. First, we need to authorize. Not to do integration between two applications, what we can do, we can authorize the applications. So like this, Trello also we want to authorize with Jira. Okay. So these things I will explain below. Okay. Explain below. So in this one, you have any questions like and differences? If you have any questions, you can ask. Shilpa demo. I will online if I have any questions. Okay, we can discuss later. You can see entire screen. Second. I want to share my histories. So okay, you can able to see screen right. So it is in Jira. Okay, I think one of them is Jira, right? So in Jira, if you click on 9 dots, so you will see bucket, all of them what we will show. If you want to tell then you will look like this. You can create this. And also there are having some templates. In order to create by your own, there are some templates you can use. Okay. One second. So the word you can say like this. So here you can see the board. Board. Okay. You can move to the board. So in Trello, you can create unlimited cards. For each workspace, we can create 10 boards. Okay. In workspace, we can get 10 boards. In boards, we can get unlimited cards. Okay. See here, I will take integration. Which I'm ready to. So you click on visibility. I should write workspace, private or public. If you click workspace, then you click on create. Here, before going to create, You can see template, right? Start with template. So if you can't start with template, there are even some inbuilt templates. So one-on-one meetings or agile methodologies, you can take templates. And also you can create background also. You can see backgrounds at top. You can't use background, you can see backgrounds. Okay, click on create. Then the board looks like this. Because background as this one. Okay, here we can say it is the Trello board. So in Trello board, we can create some list. So in Jira, what we can say in board, what we will show, to show some status, right? How the progress done or anything. In Trello, we can start as a list. Okay, here you can create some list to do. Click on enter, then we will open list. So if you go enter, it will open. It will create new list. Okay, this is the list. Under list, you can create some words. We can create words for each workspace. Okay, for each board, for each workspace, you can create only 10 words. In 10 boards, you can create unlimited words. Okay, you can create add card. Then the simple example is in your colleges, you can see files, right? In order to give one files, what we can do, we can give some paper, right? Beside. Like this, we can segregate the data. Okay. Here we can take applications example. Click on enter, it will create one more. And in pages, we can create some departments example. And then you can create some teams. Okay, this one is the board. Okay, in board we get parts. You can create some parts. Okay, in order to integrate any applications, so here menu bar is the right here at top right side. You can see three dots, right? We click on menu bar, then you can see power apps. In power apps, we can see many applications like Slack, Google, or Jira, Twitter Sync, anything. So click on power apps, so you can see all apps. So you want to visit Jira, right? So like Jira here. You can see here, Jira is there. In order to sync, what we can do, so the field same there are both applications. Then only it will work. So now we are doing Jira. Okay, after click on Jira, you can see settings, right? Click on settings, then you can see edit power settings. Why we are doing this one, we are going to authorize. So click on this edit power settings. It will ask site URL. Click on connect to Jira. Then you need to pasted already I have pasted. See, you need to connect to Jira. Then two applications are connecting. So with the message drop down, so it is connected. You can see that. Here I need to authorizations. So you need to authorize. Click on authorize, they will ask you, you will come site URL. Okay, now we can do the Jira. Okay. So in order to create separate, see, if you want to create separate here, integration, you have to create separate integration, you can do individually. But we have to the data to data. So that's why we need here. Okay. To prepare any organizations, click on this card, you can see power-ups. You can see power-ups like Jira. If you click on the Jira, what did it show? To show the site URL, you can do it. So if you click on Jira, you can see attach recent issue or create an issue, this board. So if you click on create issue or board, to show the site URL. So we can create many site URLs here, not only single sites, we can create multiple. Okay, click on this URL, you can see projects. So in Jira, I created some projects. You can see I created only 5 projects. So we show 5 projects here. We show 5 projects. We create tech teams. we will ask issue types. So in general, we will basic default one. So we can ask. Okay, that's it. The great beginning, you can see. You come here. You can see the ticket is created. Take two, right? If you go to this one, take tools, then you can see the ticket. You can see here. Take two organizations, summaries. Okay. So in order to add any values in this list, in this board, what we can do, we can give members, we can give some labels, we can use a checklist, dates, attachment we can give. Click on attachment to open here like this. You can choose file from your system one day. Okay. Like this, you can give some dates. In order to create some calendars, what we need some dates, right? In order to create calendar group, we need some dates. So suppose if I click on today's date, time is 11:17, right? So here, second, sorry. We call today itself, example, date. Go to here, you can save. So before the time here, it is overdue. With almost 11:17, some seconds is there. So if I change tomorrow, example, then you can see view soon. Okay, like this you can see. So here we can see the locations. In here we cannot see locations like this. Click on location to ask what location you want. Okay. And also you can get some custom rules. Okay, so you can see custom rules. So you can add a custom rules also here. So you can add what type of field you want. I will priority form. Click on new field. Then you can get some new fields. But the field type should be checkbox date like this you can see. So they all can be seen only in premium version, not standard version. Custom is available. Okay. And if you click on this right, better site. Okay. Before you can see zero. So here you can see it. Some options, board, total calendar. So calendar, dashboard, timeline, everything should be visible only in the premium version, not standard version. So standard version is free, right? It's free for 14 days like this. So, but here the best thing is when to purchase like if you install Java, so we can create workspace. In workspace, we can get number of boards, unlimited boards. Okay, we have 10 boards. In boards, we can get unlimited costs. Okay, that's right. This is best way for startup companies. So if you click on calendar, you can see like this, you can get it. The timeline or map. So you don't need to go every time here. You can go to calendar, click on calendar. Then it will show the calendar. You have created some, see, September 1st organization. So that the leaders can see like this, right? So it's the best way. And if you go to dashboards, click on dashboards, you can see some dashboards. By default, it will come. You can see here, cards per members, how many are there. Okay, the other things. And you can see timeline also. In timeline, what we can show in Jira, you can see timeline, right? In timeline, we can see hierarchies. Right, like this here also, you can see hierarchies. So you can see the filter also. Filters, filters. And more thing you can do automation service also. You can see at top, you can see automations, right? So if I close this one second. Close this menu bar. You can see your automations. You see automations here. Here is some automation. But default there are some default automation there. You can enable that automations. Okay. Then if you go to here, notes, collections, if you click on collections, you can see all data. So what we have done, everything we can show it here. Okay. And if you go for views, I don't use right, it is calendar view, okay, dashboard view. Okay, like this you can see all of this. So whatever you are done, you can show here. Okay. And also we can do the corrections to the members in order to do the workspace or view board. And also we can see some settings. So we can change the settings later also. To create some workspace or private, we can change it as a public or workspace. So if you look at settings, we can see here. That is the definitions here. Workspace we can private, we can change it to public or then we can change it here. Then we can change the localization. Okay, at last thing is you can see billing, right? Billing you can see. So we are having some panel versions, premium and enterprise. So it is having panel version $5. Okay, premium is $10. If you compare it is the same for startup companies. So that's why you can use Trello. Startup companies having. So at last we can see drawbacks. For every application, there is some drawbacks and advantages, right? So in Trello and Jira also having some drawbacks. You can see, right? So advantages. So both Jira and Trello are the software tools that having some unique features. And also advantages and drawbacks. So advantages. In Trello it is budget friendly. So mobile you can see all data in one page, right? That is user friendly and highly adaptable. Whenever the team wants to create their own workspace or create, it is the best thing. And it is also a simple price planning. When compared to Jira, the price planning is less. So in Jira, we can see agile options. Okay, and also you can create some unlimited integrations like ServiceNow to Jira, Jira to Slack, anything. So it has a highly customizable for the organizations, large organizations. And drawbacks. In here, there are no option for agile methodologies. It is only for Kanban, that's it. Okay, and has some integrations. Compared to Jira, they have some integrations. And it is so simple for the large organizations. Okay. And then compared to Jira, if you go for Jira, so Jira can be having some many features, right? Some users not understand because advanced for the users. So this is a drawback in Jira. So this is the thing, the topic. Thank you very much. So have you any questions or integration process? Huh? As cards. You can create your own cards. So in Jira board, what we can see to do in progress and status, right? In this one, you can see as a in Jira, you can see we can create our own statuses. In Jira, you can create to do board by default will come, right? We can create board. Here we need to create customizations. You can create your own. Question if for one user. That is fine because see, if I purchase for one user, I can create workspaces. And workspace we can create some unlimited cards. But each workspace can create only 10 rows. The 10 is fine. No? Yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
So in Trello, do you have some option to give some REST API things like
No, but technically, I don't know if it's only for simple user friendly, right? It's for startup companies. They need of coding and tracking. So they need of APIs in this one. It's not there.
suppose if I want to access some boards through API, so is there any option for that?
Here, huh?
Yeah.
So I think it will be applicable for enterprise versions, but we need to have not writing enterprise. So we can do it.
Just curious to know that, sir.
Thanks. Thanks. Tell me. Yes.
Now, in that case, how about integration with other source code management tools like Git or Bitbucket?
It is there. No? So it is also under right? So we are integrating different applications like Bitbucket to Jira. You want to tell us Bitbucket, right? You can do that. You can code products. You can see all into the integration stage.
Okay, the previous question you mentioned that the RESTful APIs,
Yes.
but they are not exposing RESTful APIs. How about the power ups? How are they creating it?
Power ups. So that is we are authorizing that's it. The power ups can authorize the applications. They don't have API.
I'm sorry, related to the same one. For Jira related, there are so many commercial plugins available in the marketplace.
Yes.
When you talk about the power apps, those are all the commercial ones, or it comes along with the
Along with Trello, it is there.
free.
It's free.
Okay.
They will do management.
Coming to Trello latest features, I just want to understand if there is any integration is happening in Jira and Trello to, let's say, consider I'm a Scrum Master. I want to quickly create a report or a dashboard for my presentation purposes based on 1 month back data or 6 months back data.
Okay.
So how Trello or Jira can help me?
So in Trello, you can see at first you can see one page, right? So if you open any Trello thing, you can see all these things. Paragraph in this one. So if I open Trello, boards, you can open anything. So you can see here itself. Not this one. 1 second. Sorry, now. So you can see everything here on yourself. So you can see here, you board, hiding arrangements, you can see Jira tickets, everything you can see in one board. In one group.
How can I create a summarization of this all the tasks?
So you can see in the list view, right? If you go to table, you can see all this in the table format. You can see like this.
Okay, can I import that?
No, you can create one. There's no importing option here.
There is no importing option.
No importing.
Okay.
Okay, have any questions? So we can run them. So, Sean, thanks to very less, but you don't opportunity. Okay, not sorry. Yeah, appreciate your content. And so, what is the biggest business benefit that we'll be able to get by integrating Trello with Jira? Because it most likely looks like apple to apple comparison. Yes. So, in a customer point of view, why would a customer be happy to integrate Trello with Jira? So, see, suppose you can use Trello. So, you have to give permission to the users, right? In Trello, if you do this Trello board, so anyone can see that like Jira taking everything in the Trello board. They not have access for so we can stop saving, right?
Okay, thank you. So you are telling that if they come to Trello, right, they'll be able to see all the Jira requests there. So if any of our GDMs or any of the contractors are working, that will be exposed. Those Jira will be exposed.
To increase originally, right? By creating any space or those, they have option visibility, private, public, or space.
So
So
we can actually create that.
yes, we can restrict.
Okay, okay.
Analytics.
Power ups, you mentioned about um,
You mentioned that power apps, it comes with the list of power apps.
Yes.
And now in this case, Atlassian, are they allowing third party to create power apps and then integrate?
See, applications, not all applications. It depends on the applications.
So maybe in the future that they might have, maybe. Thanks.
Okay, Girish, you can move on.
Jira license costs more, and Trello license costs less.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay. And also thank you, Atlassian Lovely Developers for doing it for the way. What is your first experience? Okay, that's very good. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you. And I appreciate your time and willingness to come and share your knowledge. Although the tender is free, right? Only premium you can pay and get these advanced features, but otherwise, if somebody wants to get started today, now you can do it. Okay, and I do it. I use Trello for my home also. Whatever activities like cleanup activity, this, that, repair activities, everything I track it in Trello. Okay, and I really do. But free version you can use as long as you want. Okay, with this, we'll go to the next session. I think it ended quite early, but we'll go to the next session. This is on advanced Jira reporting and dashboards. Again, a community member, Prashant Sharma. So he's going to talk us more on the reporting. So he's a Scrum Master. So welcome, Prashant. So you can share your screen. I'll do a presenter view there. No, from here. Keep coming from here. No, look at that laptop. Next laptop. Yeah. Presenter view? No, not yet. How about now? Full screen. So I'll bring that screen.
So everybody had a breakfast, I guess. And sorry for the Atlassian community along with us for hijack the Saturday. But I hope it will give some values to you guys so that you can take something from here. And meantime, we're fixing this. I hope someone from the last bench asked about AI integration with Java and Atlassian related stuff. Okay, we are here. So I'll just give a quick brief on that. I have not worked it myself, but in one of the session, I have seen that if you are giving a summary, Atlassian tool, specifically Jira, can create the tickets for you. And if you're providing in the tickets, it can provide the summary for you. So there are coming, this feature launched recently only, I guess, when we had a last Atlassian community session there during that month, around 3 or 4 months ago.
But if these features are coming in and we can use it, it will say Scrum Master's job and sometimes product owners too. So are we ready for this? Okay. So before I come with the lecture center, I will give a brief introduction about myself. I am Prashant Eswar by name and I am a Scrum Master. I come with approximately 6 years of experience and I have completed my BTech from Kolkata. So now when I got the mic, I wanted to do 1, 2, 3 for mic testing because during Durga Puja, this used to happen there. From our childhood, we used to say, okay, I will do this once. I am like, apart from my experience and job, I am more into watching movies than listening to music, games, sometimes games, cooking, food, anything. It just depends on my mood. Just like we say, how agile adapts to the requirement of a business or organization. So today I am here to speak on advanced Jira reporting and dashboard, and I hope everybody will have some takeaway from this session. And once again, thank you, Operation Community, and all of you for being here to listen to my speech, lessons, and everything. Thank you all. So let's start this. So I have divided this session into 3 parts. The first thing we will see why reporting and dashboard things matter, why we require all this stuff. The second part will be the objective of the session is that understanding how Jira reports can be built, what are the Jira reports available, and how we can build custom dashboards or JQL. And in last, I will have a quick summary that what is there for you guys to take from this session. And after that, we will have 15-20 minutes for the questions and answer. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any answers, you can give me that too. So why the Jira reports matter? If you are going to Jira report, why reporting matters? Our reporting manager can tell us that better. What we are working, what is the project all about, where we are in the project with respect to the timelines, with respect to the completion percentage, or anything, Jira reports also reporting matters there, and it helps us. So we can say quick why reporting matters, monitoring the team productivity. So tomorrow you go and tell your developers or whoever the team members are that you guys are not working, they can also show you see my productivity from the Jira report. The second thing is tracking project progress. If the client comes and say how much of the project is completed, you can quickly have an overview. Okay, so 50%, 70%. You guys can calculate it, or from the epic report, you guys can show it. Okay, this percentage of, or say this number of reports have been completed or delivered. And it also helps us in making data-driven decisions. When we say data-driven decisions, it also come with a term like predictive analysis, that when we have the reports in hand, we can see where we have faced the bottlenecks or blockers, when we resolved it, who most of the problems came into, and how soon it got resolved. We can have those things from the report. What if we don't have the report? Inefficient resource allocation is one of the things which comes from the say the reporting managers or from the client side, that how the resources are efficiently being utilized. Then there's a lack of visibility, of course. If we don't have anything in one paper to tell or to showcase, how we are going to show what is the current status of our project. And the last is sometimes, not always, sometimes we miss deadlines. Even if we have reporting, I have seen projects missing the deadlines. So the next we will have an overview of Jira reporting features. Before I proceed to the next slide, we on the last speaker also said in Jira also we have 2 types of projects are there. One is team managed project, another one is company managed project. I'm quite sure that team managed project is come with a lesser cost and have less integration of a less feature with respect to a company managed project. Another difference is with team managed project, we can handle or say we can give the administrative rights to a particular project or a particular dashboard. But in Jira project, if we are making any changes on an organization level, we can make it reflect in all the projects available under that company organized project. In both the projects, there are multiple reporting options are there, but in team managed project, there are less reports are available. We'll move on to that. Before this, what are the reports are available on Jira? Those can be divided into approximately 4 sections. If I go to the internet, one is the report for the Scrum team. Second is report for the Kanban team, forecast and management report, and issue analysis. Now, in company managed project, it shows as a report for agile team, one forecast and management, issue analysis, and others. And if I go with the team managed project, it only shows the report. No bifurcations are there. We look into those in details. For Scrum team, we see sprint report, velocity, band, charts are there. For Kanban, we will have cumulative flow diagram. Control chart is also there, but if I go with the feedback available in the market, people prefer less using control chart. Forecast and management reports will be having time tracking report or say lead time, cycle time reports before available. And in issue analysis, we will have average age report, eye charts created that will resolve issue and so on. So standard reports available in Team and Jira project aspects. One is the burn up report, sprint burn down, velocity report, cumulative flow diagram, cycle time report, and deployment frequency. Moving forward, we will see more detail about few of the reports which are majorly used in the market. If I go with burn up or burn down report, we know burn up report shows how many tasks we have completed with respect to story point estimation versus time graph, or we also get the option to issue count versus the time graph. Then sprint burn down reports are there. It will also show the report of a particular sprint. But when we talk about velocity report or cumulative flow diagram, this requires a data, say at least more than 2 sprints or more. Velocity report will show us that what is the average velocity the team is, say, completing the task according to their capacity. And with the help of this velocity report, we can also look into that what can be, we can forecast the future also that how much task the team can manage to complete. But I am always, as a Scrum Master, against this velocity report that we should not use only velocity report to judge our team's capacity. There should be certain other parameters as well. So in company managed Jira projects, we can see the bifurcations are there. First, we will see the reports under the agile. So agile, there are burn down chart, burn up chart, sprint report, velocity cumulative, these are quite common. Then epic report, control chart, version charts are there. Epic report, I have been using it to see that how many tickets with respect to time have been completed for a particular epics. And accordingly, we can have an update or say we can give an update or report to our reporting manager or client that with respect to particular feature, how much you have completed. Burn down chart, burn up sprint report, these are quite common. I guess most of us have used, but if not, in team managed project, if you see, there still burn down chart is there, but normal burn down chart is not available there. And as per my understanding, burn down chart, burn up, or sprint report are quite similar. This shows us respect to the task or issues are there with respect to time. Some show me how much task you have completed, burn up show how much task is left. Same about it. If I go with the high level, it shows the same level of data. Then cumulative flow diagram, all these things we will see in details in the coming slides. Next section comes the issue analysis, where this type of reports are the average age report, also created as a result, pie chart, singular group by report, then recently created issue. So average age report shows us when the issue was created. In few of the projects, I have seen the features come 3 years back and still have not been delivered. So in that case, I don't think the feature is itself updated because we are going to work on the requirement which came 3 years back. This is the situation we can see from the average age report. It simply shows minimum definitions are also there. It will show the average age of unresolved issue for the project or feature. It helps us to understand how much updated is our backlog. And if not, accordingly, we can go to our clients and say, your features are already outdated. It's like Nokia phones. Sorry for this joke. But yes, accordingly, we can have a connect with them. We can provide better results to our stakeholders. Then there's a pie chart report. It will have several filters with respect to a project. And we can use different data available on the Jira project. We can use the percentage of the total issue counts in a work. If I go with the workflow, they are 2 day in progress, then depends from project to project. But we can see all the data in a pie chart report. And if you want to filter with respect to the whether those are delivered or not delivered, whether they are in work or stage or not, all this can be reviewed in live chat. Resolution time report, or you can say cycle time, this will help you to understand how fast you're resolving the issue. If not, sometimes this might happen that the backlog is creating with a more higher pace and you're delivering it with a lesser pace. So we can ask for more resources, but our project need more resource to be updated with the backlog and to deliver this in time. The last section is forecast and management and some other reports. Both of these reports require third-party integration. It can be any other third-party tool, for example, Bitbucket or say your CI/CD pipeline. So all this stuff can be integrated and accordingly can be utilized. And I have not seen these reports have been used. As per my experience, time tracking is it will show if we are on a particular issue. If we are having that due data, so how much estimations are required in hours per day, those can be also tracked in time tracking report. We can see whether you are over time or under time or you are on time. Those things can be looked into all these three reports. And this report majorly helps our product owner to deal with product managers or the stakeholders. These reports can be utilized in an efficient manner. So now we will see few of the reports in big detail. So first one is the cumulative flow diagram. This other report is available in managed project as well in company managed project. This cumulative flow diagram is respect to a particular board or a project. When I talk about board, within company managed project, you get the option of board. And when I talk about project, in managed project, you don't get the option of board. So respect to those, we can filter the cumulative flow diagram report and have it. This report is based on the workflow on our Jira board. Whether it's team manager, company managed, doesn't matter, but it depends on the workflow. I hope most of us are aware of what is workflow or the different phases. To make it more simple, we have to do progress and done phase. When we are generating the report, cumulative CFD report, we will see these things are marked. How many issues are there in PD, how many are there in progress, and how many are there in done. And accordingly, we will have it. It will also help us to track that how many issues are passing each stages and at particular point of time, which phase are having more number of issues. With this, we can help us to understand the bottlenecks or blockers, and accordingly depends what are the blockers are there, what are the workflows there, and we can try to resolve it. This is somehow okay. Yeah, this chart came. This is somehow the report will look like. The screenshot is taken from one of my projects where we had different workflow to do block by a hold, in progress, acceptance testing, and done. If I take example of this point of time, if we see the to-do task which are past this phase to do are 200, and at same time, if I see the done is lesser than this, so we know that to-do tickets are there in every mode, and with respect to the done, it is very less. We are just delivering say 10 or 15%. So it's quite understood that there can be some issues like the tasks are too big to be delivered, or we don't have the proper resource, or estimation also anything. Those can be, we have to deep dive into the things, but this report gives us a brief view. The second is created versus resolved issue report. This report gives us a different frequency to select from. For example, if you see the period, we can see daily, weekly, or say 15 days, bi-weekly, all this stuff we can choose. How much period data we want to see, 30 days, 30 months, or 3 months, 4 months, we can choose those from. Cumulative total, it will show us how, sorry. So it will show us how many tickets are there and it will show us those comparisons as well. If the version controls are integrated, we can see those as well. In our project, I have not seen version control as a CI/CD pipelines integrated, but yes, we will have brief discussion on those as well. This is somehow the chart will look like. if you see the chart shows the number of issues created versus the number of issues resolved in last 30 days. At any point of time, we can see we are having our backlog is always ready, or say more than the team's capacity, so that at any point of time, if team is getting stuck, we can assign different tasks to them. Again, if I take example of the 4th September, we can see it is somewhere we have 14 or somewhere 12 to 14 tasks are there in the to do or created. Then same time we have 8 tasks only completed. The backlog is there. It should not happen that we are just delivering it and the backlog is not ready. In that case, what I have seen the developer team sit idle. Sorry for the developer, but they sit idle, they don't have the capacity. And after a month or 2 months, client or stakeholders come and say what the developers are doing. They're sitting idle. But this report we can show we do not have the backlog only. We can safeguard our developers as well. Third report is deployment frequency. For this, there are certain prerequisites like Jira should be integrated with our CI/CD pipelines. It must have enough data. Again, on internet, it says at least 12 weeks of data should be there. But yes, if we have 3-4 months of data, we get some report on this. And then project or issue level permission should be there. Then these different reports will be available once you have prerequisites met. We can see weekly comparison, different development type. When I say different development deployment type, we have, for example, say acceptance release are there, test release are there, different staging are there. So this also we can have integrated and see at particular point of time how many issues or say deployment we are doing in what respective environment. This is somehow the chart will look like. And if I want to see the weekly report, we can have it from here, the deployment frequency with respect to the time. And same time, if I want to see with respect to the different environments, we can have the frequency with respect to time. But we can see this as well, whether these are how many we have done in the development environment, how many in testing, staging, or production, and whether those are unmapped also. These reports can be seen. Because in some of the projects, even the projects which I have handled, they're having several environments, for example, acceptance release, then final production release. At any point of time, we will have this data as well. Coming to custom Jira report with JQL. JQL is Jira query language. In some of the interviews, they ask this very basic question from the Scrum Master, what is the full form of JQL? On Jira board, left hand side issues, somewhere here issue options are there. Once you click on issue, this this page will come up and it will show automatically, so by default it will select the basic. In basic, when you are selecting the basic, we have different filter options to choose from, like project, type, status, start date, due date, end date, sprint, assignee, anything. We can choose from this, and for more options, you will get other options like due date, start date, estimation, all this stuff, and you can filter on this. For example, if we see here, I have selected project, so I have given all those names. If I'm selecting particular project, no other filters have been selected. And now if I, from basic, if I go to JQL, it automatically converts my filtered selections into a JQL. It will show the project name and then order by created in descending order is coming by default. We will get this option. So I have got JQL right now, and now it's there. The many things are there in JQL. So this is the basic from basic to JQL, and each JQL have one or multiple clause, and each clause have multiple rules. So each clause have field, operator, value, and keywords. These three are mandatory. You must be having a clause, and then the keywords are there depending on the query which you are looking at. These are the basic of JQL syntax which need to be made correct to have the JQL. So what is the field? Field are the options which are available on the Jira tool itself. For example, if I say assignee, Itself is a field. I am not going to give inputs to assignee. I will give the names. I will assign some tickets to XYZ team members, but assignee is available by default there. Project name, start date, due date, estimation. These are the fields available on the Jira ticket, which you can choose from. Then operator is equal to also not equal to less than greater than all this stuff are known as operator in Jira. And then the values which the actual data we are going to look into as say which we are using to filter the issues. If I take an example of say assignee is a field, operator can say equal to and then value can be Prashant. So we will have all the reports, all the issues which have the tickets assigned to Prashant, and we will see the field. Keywords are used to attach more than one clause. If there are two or more than two clauses, we can use the keywords like and or is not to attach the clause. Now we will have few of the examples of JQL. In the first example, if you see, find the issues that are either assigned to Prashant or have high priority and are deep. So here we can say three things we are looking into. First is either the ticket is assigned to Prashant or it should have a high priority and a deep. So between assigned and high priority, we are having an option, but this one is mandatory. So in this JQL, we have three clauses. The first is assign equals to Prashant. That's my name. Second clause is priority should be high equals to. And then the due date we are giving end of the day, that is today 31st. And plus 3 days means if today is 31st of August, it will take the issue which are the due date on or before 3rd of September. 3 days. Plus 3 days means they're moving ahead. If you are giving minus 3 days, it will take say 27 or 28th of August. So here we can see three clauses are there. Now if I see the next example, that issue in a specific project and of certain type. So here we can see two requirements are there. First thing, issue should be assigned to particular project, and the type should be also we can define it, say whether it's a bug, story, or task, subtask accordingly. So here you can see two clauses are there. Clause 1, project in, project A or project B, and issue type in both in story. Now if we filter this, we will get the results where the issues are assigned to either project A or B, and it should be either a bug or story type. Now if we see assignee. Assignee is the tool. See, the first one will be coming in field. Then we have the equals to sign, which is the operator. Then we have Prashant, which is the value. Keywords are all and so on. This will be counted as a keyword. This brightness we can utilize in creating report when if you want to say filter it for a particular assignee of particular time period, not necessarily in a sprint. It can be 1 month and it's not following the sprint also. Accordingly, we can use the JQL and filter it. I need the slide or no? It's there. Okay. So now we will give more examples. I can't show the live demo because this all on a company project and I can't use a Jira board here. So where the filters I have used project EPDP and type in bug, story or task and then created the descending order. It will filter it. So what are the tasks are there? It is very basic that the ticket should be assigned to a project and that's it. So all the tasks which are there are we can see it very easily. Now if you see the right sums are related to the task and the green one is related to the stories. And in my project, we had total of 8 tasks only. We can see those details here. These are very basic JQL, we can use it. Now if we see, I have just added one more filter. That project should be again EPDP standard by first project by Prashant. Then parent we are choosing say PPDP1. Then sprint, some sprint numbers also came and due date less than equals to end of the day. Before proceed further, project name we generally remember, we can give it. And parent name. In managed project, we don't have the epic option, we get the parent options. So if you remember the parent name, for example, the parent is creating the dashboard. Now, if you write creating the dashboard, it will automatically show the parent number also, and we can choose from them. It's not that we have to remember the parent number, what is the ticket number. No. Once you give the number, it will be visible. Same way for the sprint also, if we give say sprint 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever sprint number is there, it will this number automatically comes. You don't have to remember this part. And then the due date should be less than equals to today's end of the day. When I use this filter, out of 8, I have 2 tickets which have the due date on or before today's date. So today's 35 can be the case that 27th was the due date of, say 20th was the due date of, say the 1st of January 2024 was the due date. It is visible. It will be visible here. Now, if I want to see the reports which have completed, say 10 days before or 20 days before, we can use again the same thing, that we can change the end of the day. Here I have used -10 as an example. Again, if today is 31st of August, it will show the reports which are ended before 21st of August. And now if I filter, I see only one report have ended before 21st of August. In the last example, we show 2 reports are ending like before today's end of the date. So we can not assume, we are quite sure that one report have ended somewhere between 21st of August and say 31st of August. Like this multiple JQLs, we can use it with respect to what the client want, what the stakeholders want, or what report or what data we want to generate. JQLs are quite easy, but as once we get a hands on that when to use and when to use the operator will need to use, it's quite easy. Almost all the reports can be generated. Now coming to the introduction to Jira dashboard. We have seen, as of now, we have seen what are the different reports available. Then we have seen the JQL and how efficiently we can generate the reports. The next is introduction to Jira dashboard. This dashboard option is available somewhere in the top here on the Jira tool. We will be able to see the dashboard options. So what is a dashboard? It is a way of displaying various types of visual data, but those should be relatable. I can't show in a dashboard one football match and one cricket match. No, those should be relatable. If I go with the TV, we see in one side we see the cricket match and below we see the scorecard or that particular cricket match. So same way, usually dashboard is intended to convey different but related information and easy to digest. When we say easy to digest, in a quick glance, say 5-10 seconds, we can get an overview what we are going to present or what this dashboard want to convey to us. Now, if dashboard gives us the information, reporting also gives us the same information. Anyone? Our dashboard and reporting are same thing or different? Okay, correct. So, what is the difference between dashboard and reports? Broadly speaking, reports give us more detailed. Now, I will take an example of a cricket match again. If I go on say quick buzz is there, in first page it shows the complete overview. What is the current score? Who all are playing? How many wickets we are down with? What are the over completed? Who is bowling? Those stuff. Now, if I go with the scorecard, it will tell us okay, 4 wickets were fallen. The first wicket made 20 score, second 30, 14, so on. Those are the report. It gives a detailed information. And dashboard again will give a high level view. If I take the example of Jiva, when we click on sprint report shows us multiple filters options are there, whether we want to see issue count versus time or story point estimation versus time. It also shows us how whether there is a scope change, if the estimation are changed, if any issues are added or removed, anything we can see there. How many issues have been completed during the sprint, how many are still incomplete, all these details can be seen in the sprint report. But if I use the same gadget over a dashboard, we are not able to see the scope change or not, whether which ticket have been added, which have been completed. We can't see those details. In the dashboard, you will only see a graphical representation that with respect to this particular date or time, this many story point estimations have been completed. So this is how we can create a dashboard technically. Dashboard, and once we create on the click dashboard, create dashboard options. In the dashboard option only, we will see, once we click on the dashboard, we will see the options of dashboard which are visible to us. Certain rights need to be given if say my team member want to see the dashboard which I have created, I need to give them permissions. And in below, we will see the create dashboard options. Name, description, fine. Viewer option, we can choose whether we want this dashboard to be available only for the project, particular project, or for particular group, or my organization, complete organization can see it, or for a particular user, or I can keep it myself. Editor also access, accordingly we can give it. The link here given is of the application community where we can get more details on how dashboard can be created, or in application community every details are there although, but this is particularly related to what is a Jiva dashboard. Once you create a dashboard, we get an option to choose from the different layout. Layout in simple term it is nothing but dividing the screens. In the first we see it is a single block. When you select a single block, it will cover the complete screen and whatever gadgets you are adding it will show there. When you are choosing the double layout, that is dividing the screen into two blocks, it will divide the screen vertically, sorry, horizontally, and then we can see different gadgets there. We can add gadgets vertically as well as horizontally. Same way, three layout are there, three blocks, say one is smaller, another big, another first one is bigger, and second one is smaller. Accordingly, we can have different layout options are there. The example which we are going to see will be of the three blocks. In gadget options, when we select the layout, we see the add gadget options are also there. We approximately as of yesterday, we get the options of 33 dashboards are like gadgets are available, and out of them, 5 are the wall boards. If anybody is not aware what is wall boards, when we go to airport, we see some of the displays showing us the flight number, whether it is on time, delayed, when arrival time, departure time. Like this, we can have a dashboard. Multiple gadgets are there, for example, pie chart project, created as a result chart, filter count, days remaining in a sprint gadget. Like this, we can use it. And days remaining in a sprint gadget is short of a wallboard as well. Not all the gadgets can act as a wallboard. Few. So this wallboard, particularly day remaining in sprint gadget, will show us how many days are pending in a sprint or remaining in a sprint. Accordingly, filter counts are there. This is more linked to Jira management, service management. Brief overview of what is Jira service management. It is a type of project where we can use a form and provide it to the respective internally in the organization or to the customer. Once they raise a query, it will directly create a ticket on our Jira board. Based on we can see that how many we have resolved or what is the current status count, we can see those. It is more related to a service related project where daily some or other things are popping up either from the stakeholder or from the customer. So we saw how technically we can create a dashboard, but functionally what should be there? First, we should know who are our audience and what is their goals. Today, if I show a cricket match and I will give the scorecard of a football match, it won't make sense. Same way, if the stakeholders are asking for the sales data and we are showing them some other data, number of employees are there in the organization, it won't make sense to those audience. Same way, what data need to be shown, that should be chosen or that should be asked from the stakeholders. Sometimes we over assume. If say stakeholder come to you and okay, I know what to deliver, I will do it. And when we deliver it, we see the data is not matching the requirement. Then they say, okay, I have said this, you understood this. Make sure we know what data need to be chosen from and what need to be displayed. Double check the data. Why? Because sometimes if I'm, example, showing the sprint 15 report and the data I will choose on a sprint 14, again that won't make sense and it will be incorrect data. With the incorrect data, decisions made will be incorrect. Choose the visualization again. Again, taking the example of cricket match, when we show the score, we show 200, 100 in particular over. Now, if I show in the Roman numbers or some binary numbers, would it make sense to the normal audience? No. So we need to understand what visualization is correct with respect to that particular set of data and whether our stakeholders are interested or are getting influenced by this data or not, this visualization or not. We have to understand our customers' need. Lastly, keep it simple and be in connect with the stakeholders. Very frequently say, very frequently doesn't mean every hour you go and ask it's covered or not. But try to have their feedback bi-weekly, monthly, it depends. But make sure have a feedback. It will, the two things will help you out. When you're communicating with the people who you're providing the reports, they will get to know, okay, you are interested in their need. When we go for a job, we see our need and the company see their need. Same way with the audience also, we need to see this. So in one liner, craft a story, but the right one. It should be the correct. So this is one of the example. As I said, I am using three block layout. So we can see the screen is divided into three parts. So the first one is the time gadget I have added. What I was using it for, I all the tickets in my Jira board used to have the due date. So I can have a quick glance which tickets are supposed to get delivered on which date and whether they were on time or completed or we are running late, we can see this. A single view. Then this will show us in a particular sprint how many tickets are there in which phases. If I see the first one, it's showing 84 tickets are there in a particular sprint, out of which 38 were in to do, 14 were in progress, and 3 were completed, and so on. This will give me a quick report how my sprint is going, whether the team is working efficiently or whether there's any blocker or we are on time or not. We can see this. The last one is the sprint rundown report. Here, as I said, this is a gadget added on a dashboard. In one of the axes, we can say see story point estimation versus time. But and when I go to the sprint report directly from the report section, I also get the option of issue count versus time. In this gadget, I'm not getting that option. So don't go with the scope creep here. Here we can see how the sprint is going on, whether the scope creep or not, all this stuff we can see. Multiple gadgets are there. We can add horizontally as well and vertically. For sprint board, it shows the health gadget, whether during the sprint there is a scope creep or not, estimation changed, all this percentage will be visible here. So few of the best practices we discussed earlier, sir, try to keep it as simple as possible, not to overcomplicate the things. Sometimes we say speak as much as only asked for. If somebody is asking my name, what is your name, and I come with my family data, that won't make sense. That is going to complicate them, that is going to confuse them. No. I can drive car, bike, but what if my audience need only bike? What I will do with the truck? We need to change our understanding with respect to the client as to the audience, what they want to understand. Collaborate with them as frequently. I think this is one of the major things. Check with them what is their requirement. If you don't understood once, ask them twice, twice, 4 times. But make sure once you deliver, that should be the finest piece on earth. Then keep updating regularly. From Test cricket, we come to one day, we came to T20. And if you see, very less people go to Test cricket. The format is changing. They are updating themselves. Same way we need to update ourselves. So common pitfalls and how can we avoid them? This is an overcomplicated report. The report simply compares with respect to different organizations what is the pay scale. If I leave this report for 15 minutes or so, most of us won't be able to analyze the data points here. It's too many points are there. Instead of this, we could have used say pie chart or bar chart. It would have given us better visualization. So the first point again, not to overcomplicate. It might look okay, multiple colors are there, fancy report, but what if it is not making sense to anyone? It is just like useless. The second one is neglecting stakeholders' need. I hope everybody have heard this story, the crane and fox. When crane invites the fox on a dinner and serve in a utensil, in this utensil, whatever it is inside the utensil vessel, it is a waste for the fox. No, nothing. We can't do anything with this. Now, just a pen. Now, assume these are we employees. These are the stakeholders. Now you know what the fox do next. He invites them to their home and serve in a plate. So, as an employee, what we will get? Bad feedback from our reporting manager or the stakeholder that they are not understanding our requirement. Even if you prepare this report for 4 hours, 10 hours, 10 days, but it is a waste again. So not to neglect the stakeholders' need. Sometimes it might be the case if we ask a racer to drive on the Bangalore street, he or she won't be driving at of say 100 to 100 speed. He need to understand the road's need also. He can't drive those cars. He can be one of the bestest driver in the world, but still he can't drive. Same way we have to understand what is required. The lastly is data quality. If we are giving a report which will have, say, name and say number of count for anything, how much they have purchased or something. What if the count is missing? Only with name the report is won't suffice. The count data is there, but we don't have the names. Then also the report won't suffice. And what will happen? Bad data quality may result in frustration and lead to block clicking on a computer or laptops. So make sure the once the report is there, we double check the data, the data qualities are matching. In one of my career experience, I have seen one of the developer working on Power BI dashboard. After 3 months of hard work, the date column was empty, or so the number was not in the correct format. We have given the dedication of 3 months, but at the end, in a single view, only feedback will come. You will not review the dashboard instance. This should not be the case. My next line will be out of the topic, but I would always suggest and request whenever you are working, in whatever position you are, be loyal to your job. Whether you are doing data engineer, whether you are generating report, scrum master, anything. Not specific to Jiva dashboard, but whenever you are working, be loyal to your job. But you try to improve yourself every day and you try to provide the finest quality of work. So here's a quick summary. What we have taken home today, I guess. Somebody had taken something from here. We learned how we can tailor the reports, what are the different reports available, key metrics and data visualization. Then you learned how to create dashboards. See, most of the things I have given the ground level view, which will help you guys to go home and try and explore it, how we can do it multiple. Because if I come with a complex jQuery query, it won't make sense. Those who are experienced in jQuery, for them it will be beneficial, but for most of them it might not be beneficial. So basic we have given it here. Still in case of any query, any point of time, you guys can connect with me. Best practices, we have discussed what are the best practices to keep effective reports, to showcase effective reports as a dashboard to our the client or audience. And we have seen few of the examples. So now coming to all of you guys, any questions or anything you guys want to ask? Yeah. Flow diagram, yeah. Scrum also to have applicable. But in Scrum, it won't be showing with respect to the sprint. It will show the total overview. You have the date filters there. You can choose from. Yes. Any other questions, anyone? Okay, I guess then I'm assuming I gave a good section here so that you guys don't have any query.
No. Anyone has any questions?
Kind of chatbot integration.
Sorry, can you come again?
Is there any chatbot kind of integration facility? Like I want to just type a query, how many tickets are raised. So it just gives me a number that 40 tickets are raised. I don't want to switch between tabs basically.
Like I could not understand the requirement correctly, but in JKL you have these options. If you want to filter how many tickets are created within X date to Y date, you can filter it. The JKL you need to write, but they are easy to do.
Chatbot we have available. So when you integrate Jira with Microsoft Teams, so there is an application called Jira Cloud, Jira Bot, where it will talk to you and it will give you the information. And if anyone is assigned to you directly, it will send a message. And what is your sprint status? Everything it will give. So that's the question actually.
Yeah.
You can also make use of Atlassian Rovo. Okay, it's again LLM based bot, right? You can use Forge to basically develop the bot and integrate with your data. Okay, so you can read more about Rovo. So you can just go to the Atlassian site. That's today available. ROVO, V as in victory. Any questions? Anyone?
Okay. So there was quick comment if you guys want to, and before that, doing is good, but start doing it. Motivation for that day. Doing is good. We should try for the moon as to the stars to reach to moon, but we should start also, not just doing. So this is my contact. You guys can connect me over phone. My LinkedIn profile is linkedin.com/in/one-stop solution. And then my email ID is prashantbsharma@outlook.com. Anytime, any question you can ask me. If I don't, I will try to learn and tell you the answer, but I will try for sure. Thank you everyone for your time and for listening to me. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Prashant. Thank you so much for giving your time today and sharing knowledge. As a token of appreciation, we want to just pass on a small gift.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, Mr. Venkateshwar, yeah, please. Please.